we originally selected you. I'd like to have a look at your ears to make sure nothing was damaged in the process. Let me see. I'm going to be very gentle. This is a really rather important trial that we're running today. Let me see if I can get, do I have any, yeah, I have a few left. I'm just going to be swabbing around the ears to make sure they are adequately prepared. Not exactly the most sterile of environments down here, but it is not in the program's interest to have our subjects compromised by something so mundane as infection from unsanitary conditions. So we will just get you cleaned up. Let's go behind the ear here. A few passes. Switch the other side. Just like that. I'm not going to tell you very much, so you might as well not ask. You are part of a important study that should have rather big implications should it go successfully. But the nature of the study is a bit unsavory to the scientific community at large. My methodology has been called into question, as well as our trial arrangements. So we conduct this in secret, as we can ask for forgiveness much easier than asking for permission. Now, I'm going to check the backs of your ears. Make sure they are all cleaned up and there are no spots. Here we are. Good. I suppose we better get you cleaned up for the injections then. going to give you an all-over clean to start. And then we'll clean each injection site individually. Now, when I say injection, I don't want you to worry. Firstly, there is very little, minimal is not quite the word, little chance of anything going awry. We made sure of that when we moved to human participation rather than the chalkboard behind the ears. Make sure we get these cleaned up before the alcohol evaporates. Little chance of any harm. And our injection is very small. And the needles are as thin as a hair. You likely won't even feel it. As long as you're not going glacially slow. It is rather undetectable. Now, let's get our medication prepped. My new sharps and my box of sharps. So we'll take off a plunger and our needles. So on here we have units in 10 increments. We will be doing 5 units, which is the equivalent of 0.05 milligrams for this particular medication. So we will pull back the plunger to 5 units. Going to push that air in and pull that back, so that's about 7. We're going to push that back to 5. Here we are. So, do a couple taps there. And right here. So, I'll do the first here. Stay still. Good. 5 units. And that went to 6. We'll line that with 5. And we'll do there. Now we have an approximate time range of when this will work. Let me just get another swab and I'll just wipe that off. Just to be safe. You are a very valuable member of this study. And we have an estimation of when you might experience something in the meantime, I will be monitoring you, but primarily your ears. Just to be safe there. Let's see, there's a touch of erythema at the apex of the helix. Erythema. Apices. Do you feel any pain, soreness, numbness, tingling? No, you're experiencing something different entirely. That's what we're looking for. What does it sound like? So that is in line with what we believed would occur at 0.5 megs each ear. And we'll just have to see how that plays out. And we will be doing 3 rounds in total. I'm going to poke around your ears, see if there's any tenderness or rigidity, heat, cold, loss of sensation, hypersensation. Tell me if any of this feels incorrect. Just poking around very gently. And on the other side, I'm going to start just very softly. And that doesn't feel odd at all. Maybe a bit interesting. Anything you feel, I'd like to know. We're going to continue monitoring temperature and sensation and tissue composition. Does anything happen if I administer heat in the form of holding hands over the ears? Just looking to see if anything changes, if there's any amplification. And back. And anything at all. Very slowly now. Going to be just stretching the ears, palpating, and the cartilaginous structures remain firm, and the fleshy tissue remains soft. The tragus What about behind the ear? I'm going to work around the mastoid process, a bony process, a feature behind the ears. If I were to palpate this area, is it painful at all? No. And what about in here? Any pain? No. See, there is just a touch. Might be from my palpations, but there is a bit there, but that doesn't actually surprise me. So I think what I'd like to see next, maybe, is our next administration, in which we will be going up another 5 units for a total of 0.1 milligrams per ear. So let's get our new syringe, and then let's prep this. So we're sticking to the same dosage, but it will be compounding with you. Okay, push that back in and bring the plunger back to 5. Give it a few taps. It is so very little liquid. Now this one is going to go right here, the horizontal midline of each ear, right across from the tragus. It's right where the cartilage meets the flesh. There. And just going to hold this. This is going to be a little trickier. So stay still. There. And then get our other. There's our air. Push and pull back. Good. Line that up. 5 units. There. And I'm going to hold this and just there. It feels like almost nothing at all. Good. So each year we have added 0.05 milligrams for a total of 0.11 milligrams. The erythema has gone away. Ear apex. Now, let's just like the ecosys, there is a bit of erythema, a little more, but that doesn't surprise me. That fleshy shit. We'll have to watch with the as I poke around here, does the sensation feel different at all? It's just very gentle, almost no pressure whatsoever. Bit sensitive, right here. That's to be expected. Let's just take a deeper look here. And it was behind the ear, round. And if I were to pull on the lobes, stretch them back. No. What about at the injection site? But no hypersensitivity here. Not currently. Now I'm going to stretch the helix of each ear back, forward, towards the bottom, towards the top. Nothing. You must forgive the outside noises, unfortunately, when one is conducting a less than legal experiment. Can be in unfortunate places. Let's see. Going to administer to the ear. And you can tell me if there was any other effect with your hearing. No, I suppose I could see why that would be a little odd. That's not exactly what we predicted. But I'll see the next dose. Whether we were also incorrect or not. Is there any change in the ears with the one last time? I think. So we have hypersensitivity of the opening of the ear canal or the ear canal of the external auditory meatus and ear canal. Change with heat, stretching. The mastoid process. The related concern that the bone by the ear might get spongy, but it is remaining solid here. You still have those auditory effects. And has it changed at all? No, it does remain steady. Interesting. If I were to do this, does that? I see. This was not something that we had foreseen, and thus I'm a bit curious, I admit. Wondering how that came to be. But we must move on. Lastly, we will have 0.15 milligrams in the ear total. This one goes into the fleshy lobule on each side. And I wonder if maybe it is the tissue composition that is making the effect of it differently. So stay still. Yeah. There. Good. Push it here. Right here. Sharps container. We threw a lot of swabs today. But I would rather that than the alternative. There. Firstly, does the sound change at all? sound like to you? No, that's not at all what was originally supposed to happen. So at 0.15 milligrams in each ear total, after administering 0.05 milligrams. Not sure what went differently, but I'd like to have a look inside the ear. See if our sensitivity is gone. And as for any issue inside the ear, I'm not exactly seeing anything different, which is good. Let me just readjust a bit. No, that's just fine, I think. The other side. No sensitivity here either. And humidity membrane is fine. Nowhere in my ear. No. So whatever is occurring is not affecting the external auditory meatus or the ear canal. As for the lobes, there is no erythema. But that could change. We'll do our little tests, poke around, see if there's any hypersensitivity. No pain, tenderness, soreness. No. Then we will stretch the ears to see if anything is different. Not so much. Even the lobe here. No. I must say, this is interesting prospect. I don't know that it's exactly the outcome I was looking for, but one that is not entirely unwelcome. Science is a matter of trial and error and trying to be just a little bit more right every time. As I stretch, palpate, mastoid process, back of each ear. It's very odd. Pre-auricular area, post-auricular areas. me know if anything changes at all. Just a bit curious about having my hands over the ears, as I find it strange that there's not been any sort of reaction to heat. That is not exactly what was predicted either. To say that's quite odd. I suppose I'll give the ears just a little bit more scrutiny. Even if I'm very odd, has the sound changed at all? Remains steady. Wow, that is very strange. I'm going to give you a final once over before we administer the antidote. You didn't think I'd just leave it like this, did you? This experiment might be a bit frowned upon, but as I said before, you're an important participant. As I said before, you are an important participant. There is no change to the ears in terms of no hardness or softness, no hyposensitivity, no heat, no clamminess, no lack of that bit of sweating at the first dose. Doesn't seem to be from the medication. The mastoid process still hard there. Very irregular area here. The post-auricular area are all quite normal. So, luckily for you, our antidote here comes in the form of a paste. So I'm going to just administer that over the ears. Behind the ears. other side. Clean everything up once the ears have come back to normal. Wait a few moments and let me know when the sound goes back to normal. Better. Let's get this off, and we will dump you back from where we found you. Although, keep in touch. In our very special way. We're going to need you to come back in again at some point. That's all. Do fold that up a bit. Get more into there. Cleaned up, and any alcohol should evaporate rather quickly. I believe that is all that I need from you. I have what notes I can ascertain. There is no lingering erythema. Can't even see where the injection sites were at all. And no change. No visual change. And what about internal? No, not so much. No. That's all we need. No internal change. I will likely see you once again at some point when it will be. We'll just have to see each other when we do. I'd like to thank you for your involuntary participation, and I do hope there are no lingering